Hi, everyone. This is Nathalie from Collectively Mindful. I would like to talk about food today and how we can be a little bit more mindful with the way we eat our food. When I say that, just pause a second and notice the thoughts, ideas, or images that are popping up in your head. Food. What, what is coming up? Eating mindfully. Hmm. So, as you know, I'm French. For those who didn't know, you probably noticed my accent anyway. And for us French people, food is something we always return to. We talk about it a lot. Um, Food is quite central in the French culture. It is something that we nurture. We have a great, I remember, for example, when I was a student, an exchange student in United States, I came here for 1 year and then I went back to Paris and I had this dinner with friends and we were 5 or 6. Um, and I remember the friend who cooked a duck with honey sauce. And and during the dinner, we all talk about the food, the duck, and how it was with the sauce, and 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 and, and a lot of things about the food that we were eating together and sharing during the dinner. And I was like, oh my God, this would have never happened in United States. This is like, wow, I'm really back in France. So that's what I mean when I say that, for us, food is like, it's the way we eat to nurture our body, but with food is also a way to nurture relationships with other. And the body is not only, we're not nurturing only the body, we nurture the soul, all our senses. And another thing that is important in my culture is that we also nurture, food is also about nurturing our relationship with our land or our environment. We have a special word for that. We call it le terroir. In the terroir, there is the word terre, which means earth, but le terroir is the earth that you belong to. It's your land, but it's not yours in terms of uh, ownership. It's yours because you just belong to that land. You belong to that place. Uh, it's difficult to really define that, but I hope you get a little bit of it. And I would also like to invite for this podcast the other part of my culture with my French Guyanese roots from my grandmother who grew up in the Amazonian part of South America, uh, where the European colonists and the slaves were brought, and everybody learned to survive on that land thanks to the Native American knowledge of the land. And my grandmother from this side of my family was a brown woman, and she taught us to not only take from the land, but to only take, in fact, what we need from the land and respect any living organism around us, the plants being among the living organisms. So for my grandmother, food was alive, and it was something that will make us more alive. And we needed to respect the food that we get from the land, because it was going to nurture this relationship in us too. So, of course, in today's world, food has too often become an item to consume. And I would like to question and let us consider our automatic consumer patterns that we have now. So my first invitation for this podcast is to look at food as something to nurture us, nurturing each part of us, our cells, our sense of taste, of smell, the feelings in the stomach, and our level of energy. All of that is part of this experience of feeding ourselves. And in order to be mindful with our food, I think that there is one little thing that we can do right now, right away. In fact, two things. The first thing, before the mindful thing, is first to consider eating natural food, natural ingredients that we can cook ourselves, so that our sense of smell, sight, touch are invited to the party of eating. And the second thing, that is the major thing that I wanted to share with you today, is just to slow down. Slow down when we eat. Take the time to savor your food. Of course, if you cook your food, you're going to savor it even more. Savoring is going to be easier if it smells good before you eat. If you have this sense of smells that is already starting to make your senses alive inside your mouth. Oh, I want to eat. Something open up. But there is something natural in us that opens up when we smell good food. I'm registering this podcast just after Thanksgiving, and I have all the good smells still in my sensitive memory when I say that. So yes, savor and slow down. That's one thing that we can do right away when we eat. And the trick that I would like to give you as a takeaway is to try to pause between each bite. And for that, when you use a fork, just put down the fork between each bite, so that really you slow down and you take the time to appreciate what you have inside your mouth. The result, you will probably eat less because when we slow down, you'll see how it works with you. But yeah, I would like just to have you to discover how it will unfold for you. I'm sure there will be many more advantages. Oh my God, the English word is not going out of my mouth. Advantages by just slowing down when you eat. And yes, please experience with that. Slowing down, savoring. And I hope you will let us know next time we meet. This was my take on mindful eating. Have a great day.